And away we go. It is the Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com, brought to you, as always, by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, and everything Galactic. Get down to their location in Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up and save yourself 15%. Why is Brent calling me, Aaron? He knew we were going directly into the Nightcap.
I can't answer that for you.
Hi, Brent. You're live on the Nightcap. What can I do for you?
Hey, live on the Nightcap. I just need the timestamps. That's it. If you could add those onto the recap, that's all.
Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. All right.
Unbelievable. Kind of Mickey Mouse organization is this?
Can't you just text me that? Hey, can you send me the timestamps?
Here we are.
Anyhow, here we are. Let's get into it. By the way, Kelsey, Kelly and Kelsey now, I told you this a couple times. They split the 4 chicken legs.
Yeah.
And I guess last night they decided they weren't very hungry. They were going to Snyder's to get some ice balls with ice cream, which is the best treat in Cincinnati, the ice balls with ice cream from Snyder's in Bellevue. So then they came home, and I guess like 20 minutes after they got home, Kelsey just destroyed the 2 remaining chicken legs. So, yeah, the chicken legs at Galactic are fantastic. So just wanted to get that back out there. So,
okay.
Big news today. The hits keep on coming.
Yes.
As Cincinnati lands 3-star quarterback Brady Drogush from the state of Michigan. 6'5", right around 200 pounds. Big time athlete. I mean, at that size, he ran a 4.6 40 without like the type of training that, you would think someone of that size would need to run a 4.6 40-yard dash. He tested as the number 1 quarterback at the Elite 11 regionals in Columbus.
That's 2 in a row now.
What?
That we've gotten 2 of the last Elite 11 top quarterbacks.
Well, not necessarily. It's a weird. So yes, Luther Richardson made the finals and then performed as one of the best players at the finals. This was the regional, and Drogush was did the 3-cone shuttle 40. He tested as the most athletic quarterback at the Columbus regional. So there's lots of different layers to the Elite 11. It's become a money grab. It's not.
So he's like the assistant to the regional.
He's the assistant to the regional manager in the Columbus region. Okay. Yeah. But for a kid that size, think how many, you've got all these 5'11", 6-foot quarterbacks that are known for their athleticism. And then the guy that's 6'5", 200 pounds comes in and tests as the most athletic guy. I think he's a really good addition to the quarterback room as the guy behind Luther Richardson, who's, again, more of a pocket passer. You saw him. He's got some athleticism. That's not to say Luther Richardson is some big, slow, guy that can't move. But you bring in a guy that's got a huge arm in Richardson and is developed and accurate and farther along down the path as a passer. And then you bring a guy behind him like Drogush, who is more of an athlete, is more of a, I don't want to say project because I don't think that's the right word, but more of a guy you got to develop his passing game more than his athleticism. Where with, Luther, his passing game is what's elite. Right. And then you're going to develop the other stuff that goes around that. I think they're a good complement to each other in back-to-back classes. I think this is the guy that Gino Guidugli ultimately this is the important thing. I talked about this on the BBP, but this is a little shorter show. So I wanted to kind of get this point out there again tonight. This little window from late April to early May, coaches are allowed out on the road and they're allowed to watch kids work out. And what it's become kind of in the recruiting world is when offensive coordinators and quarterback coaches go out and watch quarterbacks throw. And then you start to see the offers, or if they already have an offer, the pressure to commit or make a decision kind of ramps up based on this weekend, or this 2 weeks, I guess it kind of is. The best example, of course, I can give is Zach Taylor. Went on the road, watched, I think, 8 quarterbacks throw, came back to Cincinnati and told Tommy Tuberville, I found my guy. He resides in Louisville, Kentucky, and his name is Desmond Ridder. And it was interesting because the other 7 quarterbacks were all rated higher than Desmond Ridder. Like, it was the lowest rated quarterback of the group, and the only offer he had at that point was Eastern Kentucky FCS. And everybody kind of went, huh? What do you mean this is the guy? Like, this is the lowest rated guy that you went to see. You went to see 8 guys. This is the guy you came away with? I don't know about this. I don't know about this Zach Taylor guy. And turned out to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, it seemed to work out for all parties involved.
Yeah. It tended to be a productive 2-week evaluation period for Zach Taylor. So that's what Gino Guiduglia has been on the road doing. He went to see Brady last week. He saw him throw. He offered. And then here we are on Monday. The commitment is in the books. And Brady Drogush is a Bearcat. So,
well, and I know we talked about it a little bit on the BBP, but just to reiterate again, I mean, you're talking about a kid who's the number 37 quarterback according to the composite, 16th best player in Michigan according to the composite.
right.
And I would think to get a guy at this point in time, I would think this is Gino's guy.
Yeah, clearly it's Gino's guy.
Right.
Because he would have had the opportunity to go after a bunch of different other guys if he felt so inclined. And instead, he decided that, after watching guys throw and after being on the road, this is the one that he was putting the chips on the table for. And this is the one that he's now got in the fold. So, there you go. Brady Drogush is a Bearcat.
The class currently stands at 13 overall now.
Yeah.
And they keep rolling.
I mean, they've got eight hard commits. Is Brady on there? Do I have to go add him?
Brady's on there. He's right here.
People get really upset when I'm busy and I don't have a chance to add somebody to this list. It's like, why isn't he on the list? And I'm like, I'm working really hard.
I'm gonna guess
content.
I'm gonna guess Alan put him on there when Alan wrote his article.
I'm sure he did. But so I mean, there you go. I'll just say, go ahead.
Second Michigan kid now in the fold.
Yeah.
And they continue to hit Michigan as Amari Snowden is still on the radar.
Yeah, that's a big one. Hopefully they can get that one done. You get another. Imagine a couple years of JQ and Amari Snowden manning the cornerback position for the Bearcats on the outside. I love the phrase. I think it fits better in football at corner than it does in basketball. Mike Roberts calls these long, freaky, athletic, long kids, he calls them insects. Think about it. Okay. Sauce Gardner was an insect, right? Like, all of a sudden, he was around.
It kind of reminds me of when, in Men in Black, when the cockroach takes over, the human body. And just
right. Yeah, insects. He's an insect. I think it fits better at corner than it maybe does even in basketball. But lastly, and we did this with the Mo a little bit last night. Did you enjoy your night off?
I mean, I had a little bit of FOMO, if I'm being honest, but
I mean,
I was just happy that the audio was spectacular, except for yours, because you didn't have a producer to tell you switch your audio.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. The problem was I was cooking dinner when we got done with the show yesterday, the live show yesterday. So I was in the kitchen.
How are you cooking dinner? I thought you were getting Galactic.
Well, that's what I mean. I was putting Galactic in the air fryer, heating it up, getting my mashed potatoes ready. Right. I was arranging my dinner. Maybe cooking is not the right word. Galactic cooked it for me. But my family came home and like 5 minutes before we started the live feed. So my food, and my daughter, being, you know, the wonderful human that she is, just brought my food in and set it on the back edge of my desk outside of camera range. Like, here's your food you can't eat, Dad.
Look at it, smell it.
Yeah, smell it. I'm just gonna leave it in here for it to waft into your general direction. So then when the show ended, I got up, I turned the headset mic on so we could still talk, and I went in and I was getting my food ready to eat. And then I forgot to switch it back to the microphone, which I did switch it like halfway through.
Did you? I only got through halfway because I was taking Google trainings most of my day.
Yeah.
For things that I don't even know that I'm going to be able to implement. But
for 15 minutes, I was just sitting here talking into a microphone that wasn't live.
That's all right. For 10 minutes, Mo was on our show during the draft talking into a microphone that
didn't work.
Too live.
Right, that didn't work. It didn't work in picking up Mo's voice.
Yeah, that was the only voice it could not pick up.
Everybody else was loud and clear.
He needed to stand back like 7 feet and yell at it, and he would have come in crystal clear.
Yeah, it would have been great. But man, what a wild 6 days that was. Wednesday to Monday. I don't know that I've been doing this 16 years. I don't know that there's ever been 6 days like that, right? Like, you get spurts of 2 or 3, like, oh my God, this is like, there's a lot happening.
Well,
if something unexpected happens tomorrow, we're in a week of crazy news over 7 days.
I know when I started writing the stuff for recruiting, I know there was a week where I think there were 3 or 4 in a week.
Right.
But
that's how these things, like,
yeah. Not anything.
They come in bunches.
Not anything where it was. The draft was a span of 3 days.
Sure.
And I mean,
it counts. We had 3 full days of like. Good.
I'm old enough to remember when there were only 2 days of the draft.
I'm old enough to remember where the Bearcats only got mentioned on day 3 of the draft instead of day 1, day 2, day 3. Like.
And no 7th round, and yet still 9 picked. Third most ever.
It's a wild 6 days, Wednesday to Monday. It's been a lot of fun. It's been really cool to have this format and this platform and to be able to do what we do in a week like this. Like,
we've also had more views on our live shows than we've ever had.
Right, everything.
So
you guys have been engaged.
Kudos to everyone who's. Thank you to everyone who's joined us on this ride.
Yes. All right. Well, let's call it a night. Let's get some rest. You got PTP tomorrow night. I don't have anything planned at this point in time tomorrow. Some errands to run. I got some honeydew stuff I got to do because I didn't do anything for 6 days. But
I think we're gonna be draft heavy tomorrow night, so I'm gonna be putting out some feelers. So we'll see. Maybe if Dave wants to hop on with us, maybe a little Bangalorean. We'll see what kind of things we can shake out. So
I'll probably, if you guys do a little UC stuff at the end on all the commitments and all that, I might wait to pop on then. But I'm not gonna say I'm gonna take a day off. I just might take a couple hours to like chill a little bit. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Probably not. I say that and it never happens. Anyhow, he's Aaron Smith. I'm Chad Brendel. It's the Nightcap. We'll see you next time right here on BearcatJournal.com.